Good morning, everybody. I tell you what, sometimes I think Wednesdays are going to take it out of me is what's going to happen. I don't know. Wednesdays are long. Okay, so I'll just go and start saying good morning to everybody. Morning, Linda Parsons. How are you? We've got Nancy here. Hi, Nancy. Yes, we do have the virtual retreat on Sunday. It's going to be fun. It's going to be lots of fun. Shelly Clark is here. Terry Amsden. Stacy Baker. Mary Jane Ellinger. Christina from Admire, Kansas. MJ. Nita's here. Hi, Nita. Linda Foose is here. Liz Thibodeau is here. Gina. Kelly's here. Oh, it's pouring rain where Kelly is. You know what? Okay. Just a quick little aside. The month of May here in the Denver area, it rained like every day. And I think since then, it's rained like twice. I miss the rain. I like rain. Anyway, Kelly says, good morning, my quilting friends. No client visit today because she had to cancel her trip. Now I can chat with you. Awesome. Brenda Foley from Kentucky. Grindel's here. Carrie Dean is here from a very wet Wales. Does it rain a lot in Wales? Because I'm under the impression that it does. I don't know why. Jackie is here from Arizona. Jackie, I had to sort of shorten your name a little bit because we added people to the list, and it's pretty soon I'm not even gonna have any room on the screen for my face. Let's see. Dawn is here. Dawn says, hello, Yvette. I'm gonna sneeze. I might sneeze, y'all. I didn't know you went live at this time of day. I've been doing it for a couple weeks now. It hasn't been forever. And so, yes, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, I go live. Unless there's something going on in my life and I have to either move it or cancel it or whatever. But I've been doing it every day so that I get a little bit of sewing done. And I've really enjoyed it. So, I have been saying to everyone, and just to let everybody know, this is going to come up pretty soon, within the next couple weeks, I guess. I'm really not sure about the timeline, but I do have to take a full-time job outside the home. And so this... I don't know how long this is going to go on, or what it's going to turn into, or what's going to happen. I don't know, but we will take it in stride, and we'll figure something out, because I do intend to keep going live, perhaps like once a day. I don't know how that's gonna. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm just letting everybody know that is going to have to happen, and it will happen. So. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. We'll see. I don't know. Let's see. Dawn Rosser, good morning. I look fresh and awake this morning. Do you know, I went to bed last night at before midnight. It was sometime between 11 and midnight, which is not early for me, but that a bit early, because usually I'm like I'm working until like 1 or 2 in the morning. And so I went to bed sometime between 11 and 12, and then I was trying to set my alarm to get up earlier this morning, and that didn't happen. So I didn't wake up until like 9:30 this morning. So I have slept a lot. Hi, Laura. Oh, good. Thank you, Jackie. I can put anything on there that you want. It just when I had the whole DBD stitch art, it was so. I was like, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to fit on the screen. Kelly says October has been damp on and off. November, Otis, usually when we get more rain, though. I think that's probably a typo. It is. November is when you usually get more rain. Okay. You live near Vancouver, BC. I didn't know that. Michelle the Quilter from Central New York. You don't get lovely green grass without the rain. Is that not true? Right? And I mean, we have the sprinklers that go here during the summer, but it sure would be nice if, you know, Mother Nature would just take care of that grass herself. Jackie, this is a great time frame. I have a feeling this particular time frame is not going to work, though. The quilt shop that I'm going to be interviewing at, I think they're open like 10 to 6 or something like that, and I'm not really sure. No, baby. No. It's okay. Let me just take it out. He doesn't know. It's Mommy's quilt. It's okay, baby. Once Mama's done with it, you know, and I can wash it 100 times because there's 4 tons of fur on it, it'll be just fine. Agnes Jimenez. I hope I said your name right. Agnes is a member. Woo! Agnes, I will add your name to the list for tomorrow. Brenda says you'll have so many join you'll need them to scroll. Yeah, I'll have to figure out how to do that because I don't know how to do that yet. I'm still learning. We'll figure it out though. Oh, Christina's a member. Thank you, Christina. Woo! Christina's a member. You do what you have to do. That's right, Shelly. That's just what we have to do. I do have bills to pay, so I will still go live. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to do it. And I had, you know, talked with some of my friends and said, you know, first of all, I'm not really a really big morning person, you know, and I don't want to go so early that like I somehow end up being in the same space where Power Tools with Thread is. Because she's great and she did it first, and I'm not doing that. Besides, I mean, she does go pretty early though. She goes on at 6 a.m. my time, and so if you're looking for somebody early, you can go and watch her. She's great. I don't want to go that early though, and so I don't know. Like I said, we'll get there, guys. We'll get there, and we can all have like a little chat about it. And yes, I saw that. No worries, Yvette. Whatever is needed in your life is just what you have to do. That's right. It's just what you have to do. It's you know. Oh, Patty, I'm sorry, honey bun. We'll try to make you laugh a little bit, maybe. We'll or just have something cool to watch. MJ says we'll watch it even if it's just 15 or 30 minutes. So okay. Good morning, Donna. The lupus, y'all. It's not fun. I actually know quite a few people who have lupus, and y'all, it's awful. So, I feel for you. I do. Good morning, Sandra. Deborah Ryan is here. Awesome. Kelly says, I never catch the East Coasters. 5 a.m. for me is too early. Yeah, it is. Believe me, listen, this 11 a.m. is sometimes hard for me to get. If I'm being completely honest here. So, anyway, I started tearing some of the papers out. I was going to try to put the sashing between the rows today. And I do need, let me see. I need to do a tiny bit of pressing on some of this sashing. So I'm going to do a little bit of that. Oh, Kelly, you do lives every other Friday. Okay, you know what? The thing is, I like making videos, but the lives are very easy, you know, because lives, you don't have to edit. Oh my goodness, it's that editing, y'all. It can take a bit out of you. And because it takes a long time to edit. If you have to, especially if you're doing videos with lots of camera angles. So any time that I have to, you know, if I'm making a video over on the pressing, over on the cutting table, or, you know, just anything like that, if you have to start merging video together, oh my goodness, it can take a long time to edit. And then you end up with so much footage. Like, I try so hard to keep my videos, like if I'm doing a some sort of a tutorial, I try to keep it down to like, I try to keep it down to like, you know, 30 minutes if I can. And when you have to start with like, you know, you start with like 4 hours of footage and you're trying to get that down into half an hour. Oh my goodness. And then it's like, you know, what do I have to show? What can I cut out and, you know, people wouldn't miss it? Or what can I, you know, just little things like that. The only reason I haven't changed the camera view right now, y'all, is that I'm just doing this quick press. And then I'm going to sit down again, and then maybe I'll change it. I could change the view to just the sewing machine. But hey, you know, look at the little names. Today I am working on my quilt. This is a pattern that I wrote. It's called What Goes Around Comes Around. And the cats have been sleeping on this, but this is what it looks like. Hold on. Y'all. Okay, hold on. Let me change the camera view. It might be able to see it better over there. Yeah, there you go. So that's what it's going to look like when it's done. Let's see if I can. The cats sleep up here, y'all. I'm not kidding. And then they end up sleeping on all my paper, and they love the crinkle that it makes, the little noise. But anyway, that's the pattern. It's called What Goes Around Comes Around. And I'm really loving how it's coming together. I'm very excited. And I had, you know, I would love to be able to take the time. I need to make the time is what I need to do. But I really would like to make everything that I write a pattern for. But I don't always get to it. And this is another reason why I'm really loving this. Because I'm getting to everything now. You know, it's like I'm getting things done. I sure would like to get more done, of course. But anyway, okay. So I've got my sashing. I did, you know, some pressing. It's okay. I don't have to press everything. Let me get I'm going to get this one done first. And I think I'll just kind of roll it up. Because we do end up having like this, where it's just takes up so much room. Okay. So now I'm putting this on, and the fabric that is used on this pattern is called Fable, and I do have a bit of thatched in it as well, which is another one of my most fave fabrics. Okay. Move that up here. And then, of course, it's all white, so I have to try really hard not to get my makeup all over it. That was the other thing. I was over there taking papers out and I started moving it over, and I thought, watch out for the makeup. Don't get makeup all over. Okay, here we go. I got a keyboard over here. I got a mouse. I got all kinds of crazy town going on over here. And the most important thing to do whenever you're adding sashing, especially if you have like a thin amount of sashing like this, is make sure you're not pulling it. I have done that so many times, and I wonder, you know, I get my sashing on, I'm like, why is it puckering so much? Well, it's going to pucker if you pull it too much, because then it's, you know, you could, I'm trying to remember, most 99.9% of the time, I try to make sure that I'm not getting my sashing like on the bias too much. But sometimes, you know, depending on the fabric that you have to work with, you don't have really much choice, right? So if you're having to cut it a certain way and then like put it together, sometimes you might be like where it's getting real stretchy in certain directions, and you just got to make sure you don't tug on it. Let it lay flat on its own without pulling on it, and then you should be okay. All right, I know I'm missing some of the, let me see if I can get to the mouse over here. 5 a.m., too early for Shelly. Okay. Hi, Karen. Good morning. I know. Carrie, I think that the only thing that's going to save me is that I have been working in my own quilt shop for a while, and believe me, I've gotten to a point now, you know, where, I mean, I still have to buy fabric from other people because I can't, you know, I mean, even though, yes, I get fabric wholesale, there's only so much that I can buy. And, you know, I can't buy everything. So I still buy stuff from other people, like all the time. I will miss your live shows, but can always watch later. Yes, and who knows? I mean, listen, I don't know what my hours are going to be. I don't know what I can have. I'm going to try to accommodate a lot of different people as best I can, really, because I'm going to miss y'all. Carrie, I would miss you if I didn't see you at least once a week. I would. I have to see you guys. Liz says, hopefully you can find a job in which you can work 36 hours per week so you have more time to sew. I know. So I know that the position, I'm like 99% sure that the position is like in sales, and it's a salaried position, so you earn a salary, but then you also earn commission on top. And, you know, you should, my husband, you know what, I just can't talk to him. I just can't, because I told him, I said, you know, I'm going to have to tell them that, you know, I don't want to work outside the home any more hours than I actually have to for full time. And I know that sounds terrible. Hold on, I think I saw a question from somebody that's going to explain this. Oh, well, sort of. Patty says, does this quilt shop know that you're a superstar? Well, okay, I don't know that I would go that far, Patty, but Patrick definitely knows me. He owns the shop. And Patrick, okay, so this quilt shop is where I bought my long arm. And so I've gotten to know Patrick really well. He knows everything I do. He knows that I have an online shop right now. He knows that I'm on YouTube. He knows that I'm, you know, that I teach. He knows every single thing that I do. And we were actually having this conversation the other day where he said, well, we started talking, you know, we were talking and we were just talking the biz, you know, and I was like, yeah, you know, I said, honestly, I don't want to sell fabric anymore. And I really don't want to have a shop. You know, I said, it's so hard, and I'm just a little person, and it's very difficult for me to try to keep up with, like, Missouri Star and Fat Quarter Shop, and, you know, and so we were talking about that, and so I told him, I said, I think I'm going to have to get a job, and he goes, oh, do you want to, he goes, are you looking for a sales job? And I said, I don't know. You know, and I even told him, I said, look, if I have to work outside the home, I have already, I said, I'm not going to be able to stop what I'm doing now. First of all, I don't want to, because I love YouTube, and I want to be able to do all of this stuff. And he knows that I do retreats. He knows that I have a couple retreats coming up next year. And I told him, I said, you know, I've got things going on during different times. I said, and it's so hard to try to find a job where I go straight in and say, oh, by the way, I have my own company and I've got XYZ going on, so I can't work this day and I can't work that day and blah, you know. And he goes, yeah, I hear you. And he goes, well, he says, I would really love for you to work with us, and we're looking for somebody. And I said, oh. He goes, you'd be great. You've got a great personality. You have the knowledge. You've got all of this, you know, all of this stuff that we could really benefit from. And I was like, I said, you know what? That sounds great. So he knows everything I do. And he knows everything about me. In fact, when I was just in the quilt affair where I had the booth, where I had a vendor booth. He had a vendor because he does have a business partner, and I think I've met her once, but only like at the shop, just saying, hey, you know, I bought a long arm, blah, blah, blah. So she doesn't really know me as well as he does. So the interview next week, and this is going to be after they come back. They have they are now bringing Bernina and some other sewing machines into their shop. Before, they were strictly Baby Lock, which is how I ended up there. And so he's got some education stuff that he's doing this week for Bernina. And so he's going to call me next week after they're back for us to set up a time for me to go in and sit with them and talk about everything. So so that'll be next week sometime. And yeah, so he does. He knows everything. And he knows that there are going to be times I need time off. And he says that's not a problem. You know, okay. Well, we still have to talk to his business partner. I don't know if she's going to feel the same way, but we'll have to see. Oh, somehow my chat went all the way to the top. Hold on. What on earth? Okay. Shelly says, I would never get a paycheck if I worked in a quilt shop. You need to work in an auto parts store. Nancy's cutting her templates for Sunday's virtual retreat. Awesome. Oh, Deborah, you like this quilt? Thank you. I do too. Yeah, I know, Michelle. That's he knows. He does know. I think he's pretty smart. I know. Maybe the quilt shop would let you do YouTube for them. I'm not sure. They already have a YouTube. Like, they go live. This is crazy, but I've never been to any of their... I've never watched any of their YouTube. I probably should go over and do that. But I would have no problem with that if they wanted me to. Christina, you would love to work in a Bernina shop again? They do sell online, but I think that they do it live, sort of like I started doing on Wednesdays, because that's just easier for me. It seems to have a good flow. Like if I just come on Wednesday nights, and I usually just have like a handful of bundles, and I'm like, does anybody want to buy something? I'm so low-key. It's not even funny. Because, I mean, honestly, y'all can buy or not buy. Nobody's going to hurt my feelings, right? But, yeah. Oh, look, Agnes used one of the emojis. Yay! Okay, so I think as I sew these on, I'm going to have to go and press them on the other side. So I'm just going to sew on the sashing right now, and later on I'll go and do the pressing, because I don't have enough room right here to do the pressing, especially with, you know, Jellybean. He needs his nap time, you know, he's got to be able to nap right here. So I'm just gonna roll this up and I'll sew on the other side. This could be like the top one, you know. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna do a little bit of this guy. And I do know there are some people who bought this kit, so if you guys have pictures of what you've worked on, I'd love to see that. I think, Mary Jane, did you say you had worked on this? I'm not sure. I know I really wanted to have, I really wanted to do this one, so I'm really happy to be doing this. It goes together like pretty quickly, actually. It hasn't been difficult to go together or anything like that. This is the first project box that I did where it was a larger quilt like this. I kind of like being able to do different kinds of patterns in the project boxes if I'm going to do it. And will I ever do a project box again? I don't know, y'all. I like doing them. There's just no, you know, there's no guarantee that people are going to come and buy them, which is fair enough. I mean, that's with anything. Jackie, right now, I only sell it as a project box. And so the pattern will eventually be available, but I usually don't sell patterns from the project boxes until at least a year later. Just to be fair to the people who, you know, supported my project box. So eventually this pattern will be available, but not right now. Right now it's still selling in my shop if you want the whole project box. And with the project box you get the pattern, you get all the fabric for the quilt top and the binding, and then you get some extra stuff in there as well, like things to use while you're sewing. And it's different things I'll put in there, either like, you know, thread, needles, rotary cutter blades, useful things like that. And then I throw in some, you know, some kind of little sweet treat, because, you know, who wants to sew without having some kind of little sweet treat? So I always throw that in. It's like a little bonus. It's a little lanyard. And so this particular project box was on the higher end, but the quilt is 62 by 62. So it's a good size quilt. It's not like, you know, a king size or anything, but and I always am pretty generous with the fabric. And you get not only the pattern, but I also put the templates in there as well. How did this one like go so crooked? I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. I can tell y'all right now, I don't worry about stuff like that. Like that. I just go with it. Yep, just go with it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna look great. Nobody will know. Just me. I'm gonna be the only one who knows that went a little crooked. Okay. Oh, what did I do? I touched something. Hold on. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. You have 3 blocks done, Mary Jane? Okay. Oh, Kelly left. Bye, Kelly. You're probably already gone by now, but if you see this again. Alright, I'm almost done with a second sashing. Alright, let's see. I'll trim this off. Over there. Alright, so I've got the two pieces of sashing done. And then I'm going to have to take some more papers out. Alright. Oh, bend. Okay. Now I'm going to take papers out. That's what I'm going to do right now. It's one of my fave parts. Love taking papers out. And let's see. Alright, you guys, I don't know how many people I have in this room, but I've only got 19 thumbs up. Let's do some thumbs up, y'all. So what's everybody doing right now? What's going on? Is my pen closed? Yes, it is. Dude. Ooh, can you see? It's closed. Thank you for asking. I'm one of those people, y'all wouldn't know this about me, but I'm one of those people, I would literally walk around the office whenever I worked in an office and close everyone's pens. Because I don't know. It's always been a pet peeve of mine. So open pins is never my problem. My problem is leaving the rotary cutter open. I do that a bit. Now I've never like cut myself because of it or anything like that, but it's still not a good idea to leave your rotary cutter open. I mean, I'd be the first one to tell you that. Doesn't mean that I actually remember to close the darn thing, but yeah, That's my vice. That's what I end up doing, is forgetting to close my rotary cutter. Oh, holy cow. All right, hold up. All of a sudden I got a whole bunch of messages. Terry says, I'm sewing the last border on my turtle quilt. Awesome. Christina's long arming. Dawn is eating ramen noodles. I love ramen noodles though. Y'all, I could eat ramen every day, all the meals. Brenda is making teeth. You might have to explain that. Hey, Kathleen. I didn't see you come in. Nancy's still cutting templates. Mary Jane is getting ready to quilt her unhaunted house. Donna says if you click the up button on your TV remote, you can do a thumbs up. Ah! I didn't even know that. Awesome. Karen is rolling a quilt so she can shove it through her machine. Oh, goodness. Stacy's going through her stash for a Halloween costume for her granddaughter. Awesome. Linda Parsons is laying down watching me. Michelle's sorting through fabric to sew with friends tomorrow. Making a backing for a hospice quilt for a charity for the guild. Oh, good. Carrie's doing diamond art. Awesome. Kathleen says, Karen, I nearly bought a beach towel clamp yesterday for that purpose, but it was too small. Okay. Barbara Baker, trying to bring in the plants before it gets too cold. Oh, Brenda's a dental tech. Thank you, Brenda. Didn't know that. The context helped. Nope. Do 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 do. Do do. I don't know why I think I have to get every little minute piece of paper out of here, because really it doesn't matter. If you start washing it, it's going to go away. It will eventually just melt away. All right, let me get these out of the way. Oh, there's it is. Why is it all the time? My stupid nose. Alright, so how many people love tearing the papers out and are really enjoying me tearing the papers out? This is like one of my favorite parts. I love tearing the papers out. It's sort of like whenever I was a kid and I wanted to like pop all the bubbles. You know, when you'd have that bubble wrap. Kathleen says, hey, sweetie, you were busy. It's okay. I was chatting with my daughter. She's working so much. It's been a minute. I'm going to try to finish pumpkins. Okay, cool. MJ says, I'm sitting and drinking coffee. Oh, my goodness. I haven't had my coffee yet this morning. I can't wait till... I mean, y'all don't take this the wrong way, but I kind of can't wait till I'm done with this so I go make a cup of coffee. She just unloaded 700 pounds of feed. Okay, you earned your coffee, girly. Nita sewing some pink earrings. Is the quilt box still available? If you mean this project box, yes. So, if you're interested, you can go, it's TheYvetteRene.com, and in the search, or you can just look for project box. If you type in project box, it'll come up. It is I think I called it Christmas in July, because it starts out as a mystery. Like when you buy my project boxes in the beginning, you don't know what you're getting, right? So you just get whatever the project is going to be. And then once it's been out for a little bit, then I mean, especially if I'm sitting here and I'm sewing it, obviously now you know what it is. So, yes, it is. I do still have some in the shop if you're interested. Kathleen is so funny. She goes, I might need your help. Kathleen has been, she's just been working on her teeth. That's it. That's all. It's, you know, just like everybody else. But she says, she's like, I might need your help. There you go. See, you come into the group and now there you go. You can find everything you need right here in this one spot. Deborah's working on cross stitch. Awesome. Patty likes taking the papers out. Barbara likes taking the papers out. Nancy likes taking the papers out. Mary Jane does too. Woo! It has been a while since we saw Barbara, right? You don't mind if they're too tiny. Christina, the ones that are that tiny, I mean, honestly, just leave those in. That's why I sew at 1 millimeter. I mean, and then my papers just come straight out. I mean, honestly. And I am one of those people who's like, I'm just a perfectionist. So I use these little tweezers. They're like the best. They're Gypsy Quilter little tweezers. They're very pointy. And anyway, so, I mean, if you really have to get them all out, just get some little tweezers like this. It'll totally help. But, I mean, when they're that small, eventually it'll just wash away in the wash. If it's like in a big quilt or something. And if it's on a wall hanging, you don't even really have to take the papers out at all if you don't want to. But they will make a little crinkly noise if people go and touch them. But, I mean, you know. Michelle loves all aspects of paper piecing. Yes. You met Carol Doak? Nice. I want to meet all the people, y'all. I just want to meet all the people. Sandra just finished her house cleaning. Now she's going to baste your not so haunted house. Y'all, I still haven't. I still haven't quilted that. I say that every day. Don't I say that every day that I need to quilt that and hang it? Yeah. We could sing the Cheers theme song. Okay. Donna's making a Thanksgiving table runner. Okay, cool. I'm going to keep taking out my papers here. And these, like on this particular one, I mean, you know, I left it so that all of the paper piecing was like it's bigger paper piecing, so it's not tiny in this particular one. So these are coming out real easy. It's like I love the noise, and I love just the satisfaction of it pulling away. I just love the whole thing. Y'all, I don't know how, but I started getting into this kick last night of, I was looking for particular videos that I had done. I don't even remember what started it, to be honest. But I started looking at, like, old videos from, like, that I had done. I didn't go all the way back to the beginning. I mean, let's not go crazy. But I started watching them, and the one thing I noticed, I know how random this is, but that's okay. Y'all know I'm random. I started noticing how nice my fingernails were, like, just on their own. Because, like, not that I mean, I didn't feel any sort of way, you know, one way or another once I had to stop going and get my nails done. But I was like, you know, big deal. My nails are nice. I'll just let them, you know, get strong again, and it'll be just fine. I'm not, you know, because I had my own nails, but I had fingernail polish on my nails for like years, right? Like never, never went a moment without having nail polish on. So that will do a number on your nails, like period. You really should let them breathe, so to speak. And I just didn't do it because I liked how it looked, and I just, you know, kept getting my nails done every week. So now they're in the process of, you know, they're kind of like getting strong again. And they will. They'll be fine. But there's nothing to be sad about. That's what I was like kind of thinking about. Because I thought, you know, and I was okay. I had to stop doing it. I'm all right. Not a big deal. I just kind of had to remind myself that there was really nothing wrong with my nails to begin with. So, you know, eventually they'll be back the way they were. And everything will be just fine. Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, Andrea. Arkansas Gals is in the house. What you up to, girly? I'm going to have to look up the words, Kathleen, for the song because... Oh, Liz, you didn't see the Not So Haunted House? Hold on, mine's right over here. Let me go get it. I'll show it to you. I'm gonna, let me change the view back so that I can show it to you. Hold on one sec. So this is it. And this was a virtual retreat from last month. And so it's like, and it's all paper pieced, it's all FPP, so, you know, you'd have to be an FPP fan. And anyway, super cute. I love how it came out. So I need to get it done. I need to quilt it and hang it. I think, you know, the biggest thing for me is I'm allergic to quilting. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let me get back to this other view. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I would, like, do my own nails, like, every once in a while. You know, always, you know, I mean, I'm a girl. But I didn't do it all the time. And then I want to say, do you guys remember, this will be a throwback. Remember whenever I was part of the Fab Five and we were doing the Fashion thing? Like we had the Fashion show that was in Nashville and we all went and we did like this whole... Anyway, so it was at that time that I think at the time Favor was doing her nails that way, where she was getting the powder nails. And so I went and I got mine done. And that was all she wrote. I did powder nails until up about, what, 2 months ago? And I loved them because they just look so nice, and it doesn't chip. It doesn't, you know, because of the way they do it, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so I always had natural nails and not a problem. I just loved getting them done. I loved having, like, going and sitting down and somebody else, like, doing your nails. You know, you get, like, they do your cuticles for you and all this. I got hooked, is what happened. Yeah. Anyway, Kathleen, I want to learn the words. Making my way down. I don't know the words. I only know making my way because you just, like, put that there. I'll have to, like, look that up. Oh, Nancy got all her templates done. Yay! Barbara, you do them yourself at home? Yeah. No, it's not hard to do. And I could do it. But honestly, I already have so much to do that I'm fine. I'm fine like this. I'm good. And eventually, my nails will be strong again because, you know, I've stopped covering them up, like, constantly. And it'll be fine. Honestly. I've always loved my nails, so I'm good. It's just so funny. Like, I got hooked on it. To be honest, I got hooked, and I went every 2 weeks. I got them done every 2 weeks. But if I ever change my mind, Barbara, I'm gonna get in touch with you, and you can teach me. Oh, cool. Barbara, you use Ritzy dips. They're online and they have a Facebook page. Okay, cool. If I ever change my mind, I'm going to get in touch with you. Jackie, you ordered the quilt box for your daughter and granddaughters. My project box? Oh my goodness. You sure did. I didn't even see that. Oh, cool. I actually just had the sale on live last night for some bundles. So I'll get all the bundles together. I'll pack your thing up too, and I'll mail it. It's either going to go out tomorrow or Saturday. Saturday at the latest. I should have everything all packed up and ready to go. Oh, cool. So look up there, Kathleen, because Barbara did put it up there. She says Ritzy Dips. RITZY-DIPS. Look, Sandra said the spider almost did her in. Yeah, aren't the dip nails, like, so cool? I'm telling y'all, I had dip nails for, like, you know, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. Yvette, all the words might not work, but I'm certain a portion would be great. Yeah, and I could just, like, I can change some of the words. Y'all are so funny. Hey, Helen. How you doing, honey bun? It's okay that you're here a little. It doesn't matter. It does not matter one bit. Come in whenever you get here, you know? We're pretty laid back. And I've just been sitting here ripping papers out. I did a little bit of sashing earlier, but right now I'm tearing my papers out, having a grand old time. We're talking about our fingernails. What else did we talk about, guys? I showed everybody my Halloween wall hanging, because I guess some people hadn't seen it. We did that. What else did we do? I think that's about it. Talked about how I hadn't had my coffee yet. I am really, really jonesing for a coffee right now. But I will do that once I'm done here. Once we're all done chit-chatting. All right. Awesome, Kathleen. Now we get to see your nails later. You'll have to show us if you use the Ditsy dip. Do y'all know, I don't even think I've checked my email in like 3 days now. I get so caught up in sewing sometimes, and I know I need to check my emails. I know I do, but I just kind of space out on emails. And the social media, I get behind on the social media. Oh my goodness. I should probably go and take like marketing classes. That would be good. I should, you know, probably figure out how to do some marketing myself. Not all that great at that. Oh, you wish you could be sewing? Oh, I know. Anytime I see other people sewing and then I can't be sewing, girl, I know how you feel. I got you on that one. Because I always want to be sewing. That's my thing. And so, like, that's been the only thing about doing this is that it makes me want to, like, be sewing all the time. And so then I'll start, you know, doing that where it's like all I do is I'm, like, sewing all day, which is great. But then it's like, I'll have people go, hey, I sent you an email, like, a week ago. I was like, oops, sorry. I got busy sewing. And it's like I've got a lot of designing that I need to be doing. So I need to sort of, you know, stop sewing and start designing so that I can get caught up and get ahead. I need to get ahead. That's the hardest thing for me, is getting ahead of things. Dawn says, wish I could get my nails done, but working in a food facility, they won't let you. Well, you know what? You're just saving money, girly. Tell yourself that. You're just saving money. I can understand why. But don't they... I guess well, part of me doesn't understand, because can't y'all wear gloves? I mean, maybe they don't think that's enough of a protection. I don't know. But it seems to me like if you are wearing gloves, maybe wear 2 pair of gloves. You know, like just to make it even safer. I don't know. I mean, I guess they also think it's not much of a hardship. I don't know how they think. Especially if it's mostly guys. They don't get it. I need a coffee station in my room. Yes, I do. Good thinking, Sandra. Honestly, I could totally do that. If I could just get like a little small refrigerator down here. Because, you know, I'd have to have my creamer. But I guess I could just, like, in the morning. It's so cold in here, y'all. I could leave creamer out here. And I would probably, it would be just fine. It's so cold down here. I can't even feel my toes right now. But I like it cold. So that's not a complaint. I'm just saying, I don't think that my creamer would go bad. I could probably just bring it down here and it wouldn't be a problem. And I would probably drink more coffee, so then the creamer would go quicker anyway. I mean, it doesn't even have time to have a problem. Kathleen says, I can't right now, but I think my daughter will love it, so I'm going to share the info with her. But if I did, I'd be quick to share. Okay, I'm not really sure what you're talking about, but that's my fault because I'm taking too much time to read the messages. Helen, I usually can't, well, I'm not real great at functioning when I don't have my coffee either, but I slept too long this morning, so it's my own fault. It's my own fault. If I had gotten up when I wanted to get up, this wouldn't be happening right now. I would have my coffee. So I got nobody to blame but myself. Helen, this is a pattern I wrote called What Goes Around Comes Around. And, oops, it's in the project box in my shop right now. So this is the quilt. And right now, I'm tearing all of my papers out. I do foundation paper piecing. I'm sure I can't just assume that everybody knows that. That's what I do. And that's what I teach. So, it's foundation paper pieced, which is why I'm tearing all the papers out. Because I'm done with this part. And I have done, I've done all of these guys, right? So I could try to pass it here. It's not going to show the whole thing though. But anyway, so these are like the rows. The rows are in there. I'm taking the papers out. I'm putting all the sashing on right now. And I also have, I have so many projects going at the same time. I'm sure y'all all have the same issue, so you understand. But these are the flying geese parts that I have put together. And these are for the borders around the outside. So I'm going to be working on that next. So it's coming together. It's coming together. The project box, I think it says Christmas in July, Kathleen. And it's the only project box. So if you type in project box, that should be the only thing that's the only thing that should be under project box, I'm pretty sure. Dawn says, I know what you mean on marketing yourself. I've been trying to start my long arm business and started a Facebook page, but I keep second. Yeah, and you know what? The thing is, no matter what anybody tells you, Dawn, and anybody else who's doing, you know, this marketing and all this, you have to spend money. If you do not spend a good amount of money, because I mean, people have to see things. Listen, I have been like researching this for years now, and the fact of the matter is that the first time people see something that you're doing, 9 times out of 10, you're looking for the Halloween box. Are you talking about the haunted house? Because that was a virtual retreat. That is not a project box. So anyway, the first time people see things, 9 times out of 10, they do not purchase it or invest in it in any way. The second time they see it, they're probably still not going to invest in it. people have to see it numerous times before they're actually going to go, you know, I've seen this a few times. I think I want to do that. And so you got to spend some money. And that's part of my problem right now. I mean, you know, just to be honest, is I don't have the money to spend. I've done some Facebook marketing where I run ads. And I thought, okay, so I'm probably okay if I spend like $300. That should be enough. No. I could tell y'all right now, I have spent $300 before and made no money whatsoever. So it's a thing, you know, like, and if you don't get it in front of people enough times, a lot of times they just won't buy. And I think it's more to do with just like human nature, you know, it's just how we are, and especially like in this day and age with so many people, you know, advertising their things. There's so much competition for people's attention, you know, as humans, and especially in this day and age with all the stuff that's on the internet and everything, we have very short attention spans, and it's very hard to get people to invest, especially if you're wanting them to do it for themselves. Now, if you're selling something for like people's grandkids, you're probably going to sell that pretty quick. Because people will always buy things for other people before they will buy for themselves. I mean, don't you do the same? I pretty much do the same thing. I don't really buy things for myself that much. I do, but not so much, you know. So, yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. Thank you, Helen. That's very nice of you to say. I quite like it, but, you know, we like all of our babies, right? When we write patterns. There's only one pattern I've written that I'm not real happy with. Y'all probably know, if y'all been watching, I'm not really in love with my popsicle people. But, you know, I think I made them a little too difficult. That's just my opinion. And, anywho. Yeah, Nancy did say I need a coffee station. I need to, but you know what? Like, the only place I could put it in is the bathroom. Are people going to be turned off by that? Of course, I'm the only one drinking it, so who cares? MJ says, I bet you'll pick up some marketing tips working in a quilt shop. Well, you know, that might be very helpful for me. You never know. Liz says, before I retired in 2022, I would dream of being able to sew all day. I've gotten lots of projects done since, but household chores take up sewing time. I don't know that term. Household chores? What? Patty says, I have a shirt that says, God wouldn't have made me a quilter if he wanted me to cook and do housework. Okay, Kathleen's looking for the haunted house. So, that pattern I won't sell for a year either, because that was part of the virtual retreat. Use one of the window ledges. Well, okay, let me just say, here's the thing, Nancy. You have a Keurig, don't you? Those things, they spit all over the place. So, it would get on the walls. It's going to get on the carpet. It's going to go in the bathroom. I mean, I am not like the cleanest person on the planet, but I think I would have to draw the line on that one. Hey, Katie. How are you? Sorry, I'm catching up on all the... I'm going through the stuff here today. Or going through all of the chat now. Oh, my goodness. Sorry. I slept a lot last night, too, y'all. I am not in any way, shape, or form tired right now. Don't know why. Probably because I need my coffee. Right, Helen? I need my coffee. Oh, goodness. Okay. What time is it? Oh, my goodness. It's after the whole hour. I don't want to keep y'all. Y'all, I kept y'all for an hour and a half yesterday. Y'all don't need to see me sit here and ripping up papers. Glad I was on a little bit late, though, because we got to see Katie. Katie, I know I still haven't answered your email. Ugh! I was just telling everybody. I'm so terrible. Like, when I start getting sewing, I forget about my email. I forget about social media. I forget about everything. And I just keep sewing. I need to do some pattern designing, too. And I haven't done that either. Why? Because I'm sewing. And then last night, I was cutting fabric bundles for people. So I need to check my emails. And actually, I read your emails. I just haven't answered them back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to go back up here. I'm terrible, y'all. Sometimes I can be so terrible at, like, answering stuff. I am so sorry. Okay, so oh, you too, Barbara. Barbara said it was great catching up with all of you. My battery's low on my iPad. Need to get back to moving in the plants. Yes, and so I'm going to be going to put it out in front of people on YouTube. Oh, no, I know. Shelly, I do that. I talk about everything I'm doing all the time. Just like I'm doing with you guys now. And I sew my stuff and I show it and, you know, yeah, I do that part. That part's free. You're right. And I also send it in my newsletter. I mean, I do that. Those things, you know, are relatively free. But I really need to start really pushing it on TikTok and Instagram. I really do. And the thing is I need to, if there were a way for me to clone myself, I would get her done. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Katie, sweetheart, you're not offending me. I promise. You are not offending me. Add, not as. Oh, yes. I understood. I knew what you meant. Yvette, have you finished that big quilt top you've been working on that was hanging on the wall around the corner from where you're sitting? It's on the long arm. So as soon as I learn how to properly use my long arm, it will be done. It's on the long arm, and Jellybean keeps using it like a hammock, which is driving me nuts. I'm probably eventually one day going to have to make some kind of cover to go over my long arm to keep his butt off it, right? I'm going to have to, because he uses it like a hammock. Drives me nuts. Don't use TikTok and never buy anything off a Facebook ad. Are you talking about yourself, Shelly? Because I've been on TikTok for a long time. And I buy things off of Facebook ads. I buy things off of Instagram ads, Facebook ads, all kinds of stuff. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go. Tomorrow, again, I don't think I have anything going, so it'll be... Oh, that was Scout. So 11 a.m. Mountain Time tomorrow. Again, we'll be sewing. And I will see you guys then. Anybody who subscribed to the channel today, not subscribed, joined the membership on the channel today, I will be sure to add you to the list. Here's the list one last time. And I will add everybody, and then we will totally have like the whole list going until y'all take over my whole face, and then I'll have to stop. But if you want me to put your name up there in some other way, let me know. I'd be happy to. If I ever check my email, I'll know. that you asked me for something special. Anywho, I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night, or goodbye, good morning. I'm going to get a cup of coffee so I can be normal. Bye, you guys. Love you guys.